All right, fight fans, follow along real quick, and then I'll show you the original tweet by Turkey Al-Sheikh. But this guy is doing his best to make boxing great again. He just tweeted out that he wants on the same card in October, I know it's months away, Ryan versus Devin rematch, Ennis versus Tio, and then the winners will fight each other, and the losers will fight each other in February. Here's that tweet.
The only fight I care about right now is Ryan Garcia.
I mean, I hope he keeps training with Derek James. That shoulder roll, that's amazing. It was a good performance. Yeah, he won.
Yeah.
He stopped Jordan. Yeah, it was a great performance.
In a highly anticipated showdown, Ryan Garcia is set to face Rolly Romero in the main event of a stacked boxing card in May 2025. This bout marks Garcia's return to the ring following a one-year suspension for a doping violation, while Romero looks to rebound from his title loss and secure a victory that could propel him back into title contention. The fight, promoted under Turkey Al-Sheikh's Ring magazine banner, is expected to take place in New York City's iconic Times Square, setting the stage for what promises to be an electrifying encounter.
Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero is going to be a big one. And sadly, it may destroy Devin Haney and Lomachenko, destroy their numbers. People love knockouts. And you know Rolly Romero versus Ryan Garcia is knockout. Either way, if Rolly Romero were to knock out Ryan Garcia, that would be the deal. Ryan Garcia, he knocked out Rolly Romero. He becomes like this season. Because the whole Tony Week, the also saying, okay, the press conference would be crazy. Don't forget, Rolly Romero versus Confrontation or the Ryan Garcia fight. That was his biggest fight. He made for the biggest pay-per-view draw for Javante King. Do the same. But don't forget, Javante King versus King Ryan Garcia did make history. Both of them were in the ring. So people want to see how Ryan Garcia looks coming back.
Ryan Garcia, with a record of 24-1-20 KOs, is making his return to the ring after serving a one-year suspension for testing positive for the banned substance following his bout with Devin Haney in April 2024. Garcia's suspension ends on April 20, 2025, and he is eager to prove himself once again. Known for his lightning-fast hand speed and knockout power, Ryan Garcia has built a reputation as one of boxing's brightest young stars. Garcia has demonstrated an ability to end fights early, often with his signature left hook. However, his career hit a snag with the one-year suspension for testing positive for banned substances. Despite this setback, many experts believe Garcia's skills and potential remain intact.
Star boxer Ryan Garcia has tested positive for a performance-enhancing substance both the day before and on the day of a surprising victory over Devin Haney last month. This news comes from a letter by the Voluntary Anti-Doping Association. The testing samples were collected prior to the fight, but the results only surfaced after.
Devin Haney filed a lawsuit against Ryan Garcia in September 2024. Haney's lawsuit, filed in the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of New York, sought damages for battery, fraud, and breach of contract. The lawsuit stemmed from Garcia's doping violation after their April title fight in Brooklyn. Haney alleged that Garcia's use of the performance-enhancing substances constituted fraud, as Garcia had claimed. He tried to make weight but failed. The fight, which Garcia won by decision, was later overturned to a no contest due to the doping violation. Haney also claimed that he would not have agreed to the fight had he known Garcia was using banned substances. The lawsuit named Garcia's promoter Golden Boy Promotions and his strength and conditioning coach Dave Scooter Hannig as defendants. Haney sought a full accounting of the event's profits, as he was entitled to 47% of the earnings. In response, Garcia took to social media to defend himself, claiming he was being sued for simply doing his job. The case has added another layer of drama to their already contentious relationship.
Fast Ryan Garcia can't blame Haney and his team for an anti-doping test you voluntarily took. You chose it. What that got to do with Devin Haney and his team? I am a fan of Ryan Garcia. I think that Ryan Garcia has the look, he has the vernacular, he has the presentation, where if this dude won in the boxing, he could promote the sport in ways most people couldn't in this country. We also saw you, Ryan Garcia, come to the weigh-in 3 pounds overweight. That doesn't sound like somebody who's disciplined enough to be as legitimate as possible to follow the rules and regulations. Now, does that mean you did steroids? No. I prefer to give you the benefit of the doubt, but the fact of the matter is, Ryan Garcia, you don't necessarily deserve it based on your behavior leading up to the fight and how you showed up at the weigh-in, completely disregarding the weight.
The case has garnered significant attention with both fighter camps making public statements. Haney's father and trainer Bill Haney has been vocal about the lawsuit, stating that it's not just about Devin but about what's right and wrong in the sport. On the other hand, Garcia has dismissed the lawsuit as an act of desperation. The lawsuit has also impacted their future plans. Both Garcia and Haney are set to fight on the same card in May 2025, with Garcia taking on Rolly Romero and Haney facing Jose Ramirez. The card is part of a tentative settlement that includes a 90-day pause on proceedings in Haney's lawsuit. The highly anticipated rematch between Garcia and Haney is planned for October 2025 in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. The legal battle adds an extra layer of intrigue to their rivalry, and fans are eagerly awaiting the resolution of the lawsuit and the outcome of their future bouts. It remains to be seen how this legal dispute will impact their careers and the sport of boxing as a whole. Oscar de la Hoya, Garcia's promoter, has dismissed the necessity of a rematch, asserting that Garcia destroyed Haney in their initial encounter. De la Hoya stated, "I don't see any need for Ryan to fight Devin again."
Myself with Fight Hub TV, and I'm joined now with Oscar de la Hoya. Oscar, it's good to see you here in London. Let's bring the missus in. You guys look really nice. Feeling?
You feel great. She's a little cold, but we're
It's a little chilly out here right at the moment. Ruin the outfit. You can't wear the jacket today. Well, I have to ask you, Sergio Sheik's number one fight that he wants to make is going to be the rematch between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. What do you make of that?
if Ryan Garcia wants it, then that's what he wants. But me personally, I see no need for it. Ryan Garcia destroyed him, and that's the bottom line. So I think we have to make the best fights possible. And there's fighters here like Teofimo. There's fighters here that we can match up Ryan with anyone and make a terrific event.
To ask you, Teo's right here. Obviously, that was one of the fights I said I wanted to see the most in 2025. Conversations, possibly. I know that he's a little bit intertwined in something complicated at the moment, but obviously, if and should he be free later in the year, maybe a fight between those two?
Yeah, absolutely. If they're the best at the moment, if that's what people want to see, we have to make it. I mean, look, I sound like a broken record here, but I was once a fighter, and I'm a promoter now, but I think like a fighter. I want to see the best fight the best.
Rolly Romero, with a record of 16-2-13 KOs, is looking to bounce back after losing his WBA junior welterweight title to Isaac Cruz in March 2024. Romero has since rebounded with a victory over Manuel James in September 2024. Although no titles are on the line for this fight, the winner will significantly boost their ranking and potentially set up a future world title shot. The fight is expected to start around 3:30 Greenwich Mean Time, depending on the length of the undercard bouts. This highly anticipated bout is set to be an electrifying encounter, with both fighters bringing their unique styles and determination to the ring. Fans are eagerly awaiting the clash, hoping to witness an unforgettable performance from both Garcia and Romero. Boxing experts are buzzing with excitement about the upcoming bout between Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero. Many believe that this fight will be a true test of Garcia's skills and resilience following his suspension, while others are curious to see if Romero can bounce back from his recent losses and prove his power. Some analysts have pointed out that Garcia's speed and power will be a significant advantage, but Romero's aggressive style and determination could make for an unpredictable and thrilling fight.
So Dre, today I want to get with you and get your insight on the matchup between Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero. How do you see that? Well, if and when that fight goes down, man, I really don't care either of the two. Rolly he too much for me, right? And Ryan has a lot of potential, but at the same time, I just ain't feeling him too much. Yeah, so Ryan has all of the talent, right? Formal, boy can execute, he's not scared. You see what he did when he got in there with Tank, leading up to him. Right? Rolly has a big mouth and has the mentality to back it up. I honestly don't feel like that'll be enough. I think Ryan, especially with the last fight with Tank, grew a lot since then, and I see him, if that fight ever takes place, taking it.
Teddy Atlas, a renowned boxing analyst, has expressed that Garcia's time away from the ring might have provided him with an opportunity to sharpen his skills and mental toughness. Ryan is a phenomenal talent. This fight will show if he's used his suspension period wisely to become even more formidable. Atlas mentioned in a recent podcast Andre Ward, a bearded figure in the boxing world and former super middleweight champion, who has always been known for his keen insights and deep understanding of the sport. Ward highlights Garcia's resilience and adaptability, pointing out that the young fighter has faced significant challenges both inside and outside the ring. Garcia's career, while marked by impressive victories and a growing fan base, has not been without its setbacks. These have included struggles with mental health injuries and most recently a one-year suspension for a doping violation. In the interview, Ward emphasizes that overcoming adversity is a critical aspect of any boxer's journey. Ryan has faced adversity before, both inside and outside the ring. His ability to come back strong from this suspension will be key in his fight against Romero. Ward stated he explains that Garcia's suspension period could serve as a pivotal moment for self-reflection and growth. It offers Garcia the opportunity to not only regain his physical form but also to strengthen his mental fortitude, a crucial element in the high-stakes world of professional boxing.
Really? You think he should reconsider fighting?
Man, I can't make that decision for him, but he got stuff he's dealing with, and it's gonna be hard for him to deal with that being in the training camp, because that ain't time for self-care. That's not time for counseling. That's time to get ready for war. So he's in a really tough spot, having signed that fight, and then these types of things are starting to come out. So I'm praying for him, and I wish him nothing but the best.
Now, what's your advice? If you had to give some kind of advice to him, what would you tell him?
I think the first thing is he got to get off social media.
Ward also notes that Garcia's ability to adapt to different fighting styles and situations has been one of his greatest strengths. Ward observed Garcia's speed and power are well, but what sets him apart is his ability to read his opponents and adjust his strategy on the fly. This adaptability will be essential against a fighter like Romero, who brings relentless aggression and knockout power. Romero's aggressive style presents a unique challenge for Garcia. Ward believes that Garcia's success will hinge on his ability to neutralize Romero's power and pressure while capitalizing on his own speed and precision. Ward explained Ryan needs to use his footwork and timing to keep Romero at bay. If he can control the distance and pick his moments to strike, he'll have a significant advantage. Furthermore, Ward touched on the psychological aspects of the fight. Garcia's return to the ring after a suspension will inevitably come with added pressure and scrutiny. Handling this pressure will be another test of Garcia's resilience. Mental toughness is as important as physical skill in box, and Ryan needs to stay focused and composed, not letting the external noise affect his performance. This fight is as much about proving himself to the world as it is about winning, Ward asserted. Paulie Mulgee, a former world champion and current boxing commentator known for his keen insights, has provided a detailed analysis of Rolly Romero's chances against Ryan Garcia. In his pre-fight analysis, Malin emphasized the key factors that could influence the outcome of the fight. Molina highlighted Romero's formidable power, which has been a defining characteristic of his fighting style. Romero has demonstrated the ability to end fights with a single punch. Ryan has the power to turn the fight around at any moment. His knockout power is a game changer, and it keeps his opponents on edge throughout the fight. Mulgee stated,
The weight, it doesn't mean you won't struggle to make the weight, but you typically won't struggle again, unless, you're not 15, 16 years old where you think you're growing, and you might jump up 2 weight classes in a year or two because your body's still not growing. When you're doing this stuff in your 20s, you're most likely on something, Ryan Garcia was lightweight not that long ago. Haney was lightweight not that long ago. I'm not gonna rail against Ryan Garcia. I'm definitely disappointed. It doesn't shock me though. I remember first being suspicious of Ryan Garcia when he knocked out Romero Duno in one round a while back actually. Duno was a very durable guy. Garcia hadn't shown that kind of punching power, especially one punch power to that point at that time in his career. He barely hit the guy. He hit the guy with like a partial left hook, and you could tell Duno went out because one leg went one way, one leg went another way. So you can't fake that kind of knockout. His legs went 2 different directions and he went down hard, and he was over in 1 round. And I remember looking at that fight and thinking, it's weird, man. It's a special kind of power. You don't just wake up with that kind of power. You either had that or you haven't, and he hasn't had that. Ever since then he's been known as a hard puncher, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I'm not gonna make a stink of it because again, you have no failed drug tests, so everybody rails against you anyway. You got a whole bunch of blowhard rookie fans anyway. They rail against you no matter who you go after. You got guys that have failed outright, Alvarez, and those fans still get.
However, Mulkey pointed out that power alone is not enough to secure victory against a skilled boxer like Garcia. He emphasized the importance of Romero's ability to apply effective pressure while avoiding Garcia's counter punches. If Rolly can pressure Garcia effectively and avoid getting caught by Garcia's counter punches, he stands a good chance. AI explained. He elaborated that Romero's aggressive style could disrupt Garcia's rhythm and force him into uncomfortable situations, potentially leading to openings for Romero to land his powerful shots. Tim Bradley, a respected former welterweight champion and current boxing analyst, provides an insightful perspective on the upcoming bout between Rolly Romero and Ryan Garcia. In his analysis, Bradley emphasizes the dual nature of Romero's aggressive fighting style, which can be both a potent weapon and a potential vulnerability.
Because the weigh-ins is actually where you can see, all right, is my pick right or is my pick wrong? To continue what I'm optimistic say is that Ryan Garcia didn't make the weight, people. I don't care. Like, you have a contract to make the weight. And I don't think Ryan Garcia intended to make the weight at 140 pounds. You know, even after the fact, Ryan was like, well, that's why I was fighting at 143. You know, there was no way I was going to make the weight. He knew even going into the fight that he wasn't going to make the weight to begin with. You know, which is one, not right. Two, you're contracted to make 140, and you go into the fight now with an advantage. You know, so what he learned from Gervonta Davis was he took it into this fight against Devin Haney. And you know, some people say, well, Haney, you know, when he took the money, Haney, of course, he had to, because he was damned if he didn't, damned if he don't. It's a huge event, man. And now you pull away, now you're going to piss off a lot of folks. The zone, promoters, everybody will start, oh, he's scared, he's that, he's this and that. It's only 3 pounds, it's only 2 pounds. If it's only 3 pounds.
However, Bradley is quick to point out that aggression alone is not enough to secure victory against a skilled counter-puncher like Garcia. If he can harness that aggression and stay disciplined, he could give Garcia a lot of trouble. Bradley continues, the key, according to Bradley, lies in Romero's ability to channel his aggression effectively and avoid becoming reckless. Discipline and strategic thinking will be crucial in ensuring that Romero's aggressive tactics do not backfire. Bradley elaborates on the potential pitfalls of an overly aggressive approach, but if he gets reckless, Garcia's speed and precision could capitalize on those openings. He warns Garcia, known for his light fast hand speed and accurate counter punches, excels at exploiting the gaps left by aggressive opponents. Romero's tendency to charge forward could leave him vulnerable to Garcia's quick counters, particularly his lethal left hook.
Floyd even said that he's one of the top 3 salesmen in boxing. You know, Gervonta Davis, and Canelo. They're the biggest names in boxing. That's what Floyd went on a rant and said. So he's feeling some type of way about himself. And he said that, hey, I'm the A side. I have to use following. Although I ain't never won a belt, although I ain't never really beat a real fighter, you know, okay, I'll give him the boy from England. I'll give him that.
In addition to discussing the physical aspects of the fight, Bradley also touches on the mental and tactical elements. Romero needs to approach this fight with a clear game plan and the ability to adapt as the fight progresses. Bradley advises. He emphasizes the importance of Romero's corner in keeping him focused and making necessary adjustments based on Garcia tactics. A well-executed game plan combined with the ability to stay composed under pressure could make all the difference for Romero. Furthermore, Bradley acknowledges that the psychological dynamics of the fight will play a significant role. Garcia's return to the ring after a suspension adds an element of uncertainty, and Romero could use this to his advantage. If Romero can start strong and put Garcia on the back foot early, it might shake Garcia's confidence, Bradley suggests. On the other hand, Bradley cautions that Romero must be prepared for a determined and focused version of Garcia, eager to prove himself after his time away from the ring.
I want Rolly, to be honest. I mean, I feel like it's a fun fight. He's a aggressive, crazy dude. Lead up will be crazy. Yeah, I want that. I mean, he has a title technically. But yeah, let's do it. Just, I don't know if you have a real injury or not, but he'll that shit.
Is it gonna happen? Do you want it to happen?
I shall see.
You shall see?
I shall see.
Yeah? What do you make of him skipping the Haney for a fight with you?
No opinion on that. No opinion on that either.
So what happens in a fight between you guys? How do you beat Ryan?
In short, the upcoming bout between Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero not only promises to be a thrilling encounter in the ring but also carries significant implications for both fighters' careers. Garcia, eager to prove himself after a year-long suspension, faces the challenge of overcoming both physical and mental obstacles. Romero, determined to rebound from previous losses, brings his aggressive style and knockout power to the table, with expert opinions highlighting the strengths and vulnerabilities of each fighter. Fans can expect a highly strategic and electrifying match. The added drama of Devin Haney's lawsuit against Garcia further intensifies the stakes, making this fight a pivotal moment in the boxing world. What are your thoughts on the upcoming fight between Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero? Who do you think will come out on top, and why? Share your predictions, analysis, and any other insights you have about this highly anticipated showdown in the comments below.